Jay in Virginia, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Jay? Thanks for waiting.
Hey, good. My name is Jay Altizer. My question is, the coronavirus closing, the government's forcing the churches to close their church. What's your thoughts about government closing, separate church state, close the
It's not a church-state separation issue. The government agencies are doing what they can to minimize the impact of COVID-19 and to make sure the hospitals are overrun. Church is not an essential function, an essential job, not even in the slightest. And when it comes to like Christian churches, nobody has to go to church. God is supposedly everywhere and they can pray and do whatever they want. They've met in closets, in secrets, and at home. There is no necessary requirement to go to church, and it is not a church-state separation for the government to say, no, you cannot meet together in a building, because that has nothing to do with their religion. It has to do with them meeting. In the same way that if a church decides that it wants to build a church, but it doesn't want to follow the local building codes, they don't get to do that. It's not an imposition of the government to say, no, your church has to be structurally sound if you're going to have people in it. And similarly, it's not an imposition upon the church for the government to say, you don't get to fucking meet in your building because we're going through a pandemic, you dumbass.
Yeah. And this has already been decided in the courts, and I believe it actually went to the Supreme Court. And the courts all agreed that there is no constitutional protection for the churches to hide behind on this one. When it comes to the public health, the government does have, in this very specific, narrow instance, a public good to worry about. So it's already been decided as well.
Well, I was kind of against it because it's like personal freedom. Like you want to get.
You don't get personal. You don't have Jay. You don't have personal freedom to potentially infect other fucking people.
Do you have the personal freedom to swing your fist and hit somebody in the nose? No,
well,
you don't.
Nah.
Meanwhile, during a pandemic, there are certain freedoms that you have to give up to make sure that people don't die. I'm sorry that evidently this generation doesn't understand the sacrifices that other generations have made. I'm sorry that this generation doesn't understand what public service is. I'm sorry that this generation doesn't seem to understand what fucking duty is, D-U-T-Y, for those people who are getting ready to make a ha-ha-ha joke. You don't have personal freedom to violate quarantine in the middle of a pandemic. And if you were doing it for religious reasons, you're not you personally, Jay, but if anybody's doing it for religion reasons, they're extra fucking stupid and extra dangerous.
Well, I know that, but you make the church point because people from churches could make the government look evil.
No, the people from churches can't make the government look evil. The people from churches will make people from churches look fucking stupid and dangerous and reckless. The government can't be made to look evil just because, oh, you didn't get to meet with Nana in your Sunday best and listen to a bullshit sermon and you had to stay at home. This is simple. This is a simple matter of law, a simple matter of common sense, a simple matter of health. Any church that wants to make health experts, not the government, health experts look evil for trying to save people from fucking dying, when we just set a new record in the United States of over 180,000 new cases, we have almost 250,000 people dead. Fuck church. Fuck their freedom to go to church, put a goddamn mask on, sit your ass at home and watch the fucking televangelists on the 19 goddamn networks that they own.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on the issue there because
well, get unstuck. Get
Yeah.
unstuck, because you don't have, this is not a freedoms issue.
And even if it is true that a church could make the government look evil for forcing them to not congregate and to wear masks and enforce the 6-foot rule and do all these other things, what does that have to do with the fact that churches then become places where this disease spreads to other people who did not make the choice to go to church, who did not make the choice to not wear a mask, but are doing everything in their power to stay healthy and fail? What does the government being made to look evil by a church have to do with any of that truth? Hello?
I don't know. I don't know if we lost him.
Yeah, I don't know either. But anyway. And Jay dropped.